Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And on behalf of the West Indian American Day Carnival Association, we welcome each and every one of you here to Panorama 2K19. We are celebrating 52 years of Carnival here in Brooklyn, and we thank each and every one of you for your support over the years and look forward to many, many more years of your support. This evening, we have 8 steel orchestras. The players will be displaying their dexterity on the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. And as I say, Trinidad and Tobago, happy, happy, happy independence, Trinidad and Tobago. 57 years and counting. And every Trinbagonian should feel a special pride this evening as we have on display our creation, the only new acoustic musical instrument invented in the 20th century in Trinidad and Tobago. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome one and all. And we know that you are going to enjoy this evening's panorama. I am Gemma Jordan, and again, it is a privilege being your announcer this evening. So at this time, our band will give their sound check, and then we get into the competition. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a competition, and therefore we must have judges. Our judges this evening are Dr. Judith Defoe Howard, Mr. Wade Robinson, Mr. Jeffrey Smith, Mr. Kenneth Joseph, Mr. Franklin Grant. Our reserve judge is Mr. Brian Walker. Our tally and timekeeper is Miss Lynette Duncan, and the judges coordinator is Miss Aileen English. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we have 8 bands here this evening, and our first band on stage would like us all to observe a moment of silence for some of their members who have passed away. Deborah, they call her Miss Debbie Lynch, Jeffrey Rafa Durant, Heather Lake, and Cynthia Jones. So at the request of band number 1, we will now observe a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin our competition. Our very first band has a complement of 100 players. They are Kasim. The captain of this band is Curtis Lynch. The manager, Travis Roberts. With pans tuned by Kyle Dunleavy, they have chosen to do for us a song composed and sung by Blacks and arranged for the band by Kendall Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, to play for us in position number 1, let's put your hands together and warmly welcome Kasim as they give us Gal Ona. Band number 1. Now you focus on the screen.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We live from the behind Brooklyn Museum. Panorama night is energy, is vibe. And guess what? We have Kasim coming up to introduce yourself, that the world know who you are, sir.
Sure, my name is Travis Roberts. I'm the manager of the Kasim Steel Orchestra.
Wow, the manager. So manager, Mr. Manager, sir. So how you feeling about the anticipation and the vibe and the energy this year, Panorama?
I'm feeling very excited. There are going to be 9 bands competing for the title. Every band think they're going to win, including Kasim. So it should be a great show tonight.
it should be a great show tonight because you know what happened in 2018? Second place, and this year they have a chance because everybody have a chance, but just me. You see what's going on here tonight? Is energy, is vibe. My pause raising. Wait, no, I'm a pause raising because Pan is the culture and Pan is I love. So tell me who's the youngest with the age bracket in terms of the players in the band?
Sure, so the youngest player is about 15 years old. The oldest is, we can call him up, but yeah. But you have a lot of players, 100 members, and it'll be a great night.
Wow, 100 members. So it's a big band we're talking about. Big culture, big vibes, big energy. So guess what? Look out for Kasim. Kasim is up next. We inside Brooklyn Museum. Wyatt TV, we inside the building. Julius, yours truly, Julius. We coming at you live and direct. Kasim, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, band number 1, giving us Gal Ona, composed and sung by Blacks, arranged for the band by Kendall Williams. Show your love for Kasim Steel Orchestra, Gal Ona. And among those who we lost, Glenda Ford Gumry. She was the founder and manager of Pantonic Steel Orchestra, and they won this Panorama competition 5 times. So we lost Glenda Ford Gumry. May her soul rest in peace.
Good evening. We are back. You just saw an amazing performance by band number 1, Kasim Steel Orchestra. To my left, I have band manager, Mr. Travis Roberts. How are you doing tonight?
Very tired, but I'm good.
You earned that. You earned that right to be tired. You guys played so well tonight.
Definitely, it was a great performance. Excitement, the crowd enjoyed, and I think we could win this one.
I think so too, right? But I'm not allowed to say that. And to my right, I have Mr. Kendall Williams. You are the arranger. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm very good, feeling very great, excited. We had a very energetic performance, and so I'm happy.
I'm happy as well. So I'd like to learn a little bit about Kasim in terms of your background. Can you tell us about Kasim Steel Orchestra?
Sure. CASM stands for the Caribbean American Sports and Culture Youth Movement. We came into existence in 1983 by a young gentleman named Mr. William Jones, who loved the culture of the steel band that he grew up with and brought it to the United States. So we've been around for a long time, and we've been teaching kids this art form for a long, long time.
I agree that teaching the kids is so important in terms of teaching the next generation the art, the cultural art form of Pan. How many kids do you have in your band?
Well, this band have like 100 people overall. Kids maybe like 80% is kids.
And how long have you been with Kasim?
Since 1990.
Without telling your age, right? So I'd like to talk to Mr. Kendall. You are the arranger, and for people that don't know, tell me exactly what does an arranger do?
So I'm in charge of the musical selections and the musical performances that we put on. So I create all the music that the band plays for different competitions or just
A little history about that, like a little background information.
I mean, creating a music can come from different places. For me, in like a Panorama competition, for example, I think about the song, I think about a storyline, what the lyrics are saying, and I try to create something to envision something. If I can envision what the story is like, I can create music a lot easier. Different arrangers have different, perspectives. And then mood as well, what do you want to capture from the audience? Do you want them to dance? Do you want them to say, wow? Do you want them to be in awe? Do you want them to shed a tear? Music is very emotional, and so those are the things that I think about when I'm arranging.
In terms of the importance of Pan to the community, especially in Brooklyn, how do you feel about that in terms of its relevance to our youths?
Well, for me, I could say personally growing up, it helped me, it gave me an outlet. It allowed me an opportunity to do something that I couldn't do in, let's say, a school. I grew up in Miami, and so we didn't have pans in schools like I've noticed they have here in Brooklyn. So that was fun, and I got to meet new people, new friends, and I was also around a culture that I knew very well in terms of the Caribbean community, my parents being Trinidadian, and the rest of my family being Trinidadian as well. To be around a Caribbean community, it felt like home, it felt welcoming. So.
That is so good to know. I always say that Pan is the heartbeat of our culture. You are the gem of the Caribbean community. I am so happy to be able to speak with you guys. Tonight we have 7 more bands left, so stay tuned for more, okay guys? Talk to you soon.
There are 95 players in this band, and they have chosen to do for us a song composed by Nadia Batson and Daryl Henry, sung by Daryl Henry, that's Farmer Nappy, and arranged for the band by Terrence B.J. Marcel. The drill master is Dane Gulston. This band wants to honor Glenda Ford Gamory, and they dedicate this performance to the memory of our beloved Erica Renault. You are always in our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to focus on the video, and then the band will give us their rendition of Hooking Me. Band number 2, the Rados, Hooking Me. Let's focus on the video now.
Hi, this is Siobhan with the West Indian American Day Carnival Association. We're celebrating 52 years of Carnival in New York City. And I'm here at Rado's Steel Pan. Tucked away, it's a little bit of a hidden gem right in the heart of East New York, Brooklyn. I'm here with the captain of the band, Mr. Junior Man Samuels. Junior, how are you?
I'm great.
Great. And how many members do you have in the band?
I have 70. Going on, I might have 100.
Okay, wow. And what song are you all playing for Panorama?
Hooking Me by Faba Nappy.
That's a good choice. Why'd you select that song?
Because we love it.
Okay, that's a good reason. I'm sure we'll love it too. Looking forward to hearing you, and best of luck with Panorama. Now we present to you Rados.
and gentlemen, band number 2, the Rados. They gave us Hooking Me, arranged by Terrence B.J. Marcel, played by 95 players. Band number 2, the Rados. This is our Panorama competition, Carnival 2K19. 52 years of Carnival here in Brooklyn. And we thank you for your support over all those years. We also say happy, happy independence to Trinidad and Tobago, 57 years and counting. And again, we welcome our Consul General, Mr. Laveau. We welcome the Deputy Chairman of the National Carnival Commission, Davlin Thomas, one of our commissioners, Darian Marcel, and our Marketing and Sales Manager, Ms. Devon Phillip. On behalf of the West Indian American Day Carnival Association, I say a very, very warm welcome to you all, and we hope that you enjoy not only this panorama, but tomorrow we have Dimanche Gras, and then Monday on the Parkway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's energy right now in Brooklyn Museum because it's Panorama 2019. We just had the Rados come up on stage, and guess what? It's just energy, vibe. I went over on the left side and I see people rocking, so I was just passing through the crowd to see the reaction. And the reaction I get, it was unbelievable. We have Mr. Legendary Dane Gulston here, we have BJ here, and Mr. Man, right? So, how you feel about the energy and the vibe?
Oh, well, it's great in terms of when you have a song that the band love to play, all right, the energy comes natural. The other thing is too, the arranger, which is BJ Marcel, as they call it, drill master, and get the things right, all right. What happened is, he also enjoy arranging the song and the music that came out from him. All right. The only thing for you to do is to enjoy it and bring the energy.
Let's execute.
Yeah, and execute. I mean, yes, have your challenges because we have some young players. You know, even our players where sometimes you want to start at a certain time, but because of the obligations in terms of work, and some students start school already and all that too, it'll be hard. So the rehearsals will be long and tiresome, but at the end of the day, this is what it is.
This is what it is.
This is what it is.
This is what it is. So how you feel about when it comes to seeing the youths, as Dane said, seeing the youths partaking and knowing that the culture and the panorama is a good chance of the future? How you feeling?
Well, yeah, I'm glad to see the youths and them because Pan have a future. You understand? So when you see the youths and them, you know it will be continuing. You understand? It's a continuous thing. Yeah.
Right. So, man, I know you this silent. I call him the silent assassin because he's the silent assassin. Man, how you feeling? Because I know I saw you on stage and that's in your zone. So how you feel about you guys' performance tonight?
Beautiful. Yes. I enjoy it. And my drill master and my arranger, I want to bless them up. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're here. Dane Gulston, BJ, the man. Rado just came off. They played second. It's a whole night, a long night. But guess what? Somebody gonna be victorious, and you gotta stick and see who's gonna be victorious to the end. See you guys soon.
Thank you. Be safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, on stage now, band number 3. Let's warmly welcome Pan Evolution. The captain, Adrian Ramdu. The manager, Wayne Bernard. With pans tuned by Augustus Peters and Kent Rose, they have chosen to do for us one composed by Swappy and Ultimate Rejects, sung by Swappy. The 95 players will play an Andre White's arrangement of Party Start. Band number 3, Pan Evolution. Party Start.
Good evening, and we are All right, the Panyard of Pan Evolution, and I am with no other than the captain, Mr.
Wayne Bernard.
You heard that, Mr.
Wayne Bernard.
Wayne Bernard, the legendary captain of Pan Evolution. How many years you been doing this now, man?
Too many years, too many years. I don't even want to count. Let's not count that.
Let me tell me a little something about Pan Evolution. What makes you guys unique?
Wow, well, we have a lot of young, talented players. Very versatile. They can play various pans, various instruments. They understand and really appreciate the concept of music.
And what song would you guys be performing this year?
Well, we first started off with Savannah Grass, but as of last Monday, we decided to go with Doi Doi Party Start.
Doi Doi, the party start.
Party Start.
Okay. So how did you choose that song?
Well, the musical director, Andre White, he did two selections, which was Savannah Grass and the Party Start. So at first, we really started with the Savannah Grass. And then it really started about 2 weeks ago when we did 2 performances, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And the vibe, the energy with Doi Doi was just off the charts. So on Monday, we came in the yard and we had a little decision to make. So we let the band feel out the 2 songs and Doi Doi won, you know?
Okay. So what motivates you to keep on participating in Panorama every year?
I mean, that's it right there, you know? The youth and trying to keep the culture alive, and their love and their desire drives me to keep going, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you could describe how you feel about Pan in one word, what word would you choose?
Love.
Love. Love. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the captain himself. Get ready for Pan Evolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, band number 3, Pan Evolution, Party Start. Arranged by Andre White, played by 95 players. Band number 3, Pan Evolution, Party Start.
Andre, I think you did an awesome job tonight. You could feel the energy, you could feel the vibes. How do you think the band performed?
Thank you. I think we did very, very, very well. We did what we came out to do. We gave a great performance. It was a great year. You know, we're a band that's we're only 4 years old, ironically enough, and we've made tremendous, tremendous steps this year. Just from an organizational standpoint, you know, we really came together as a committee. Wayne led the charge, everybody followed, and it was great.
So Wayne, I heard your interview when we came out to the Pan Yard, and you said that Pan is love. You summed it up in one word. Give me a little background about Pan Evolution and why it means so much to you as the captain.
It means so much to me because it's all about evolving, it's all about a change, it's all about doing things different. And I think, like Andre said, this is only our 4th year and we're still learning, we're still growing, and we feed off each other. We take knowledge and bounce ideas off each other, and we're never afraid to admit, you know, if we could take corrections if we were wrong or something like that. So I think that's what's beautiful about Pan Evolution. Everyone is always willing to work together, and that makes it special.
I love the Pan community, I love the unity, and I want to thank you guys for an awesome interview, an awesome performance, and I wish you the best of luck tonight. Thank you so much.
In the early days, some of the players used to try to tune their own instrument because there were not many notes on each drum. But as it became more intricate, then the tuner now became indispensable.
Well, without the tuner, you know you're in trouble. He have to keep your instrument right there. He have to make sure everything is right.
It takes someone about 7 years of your life to develop the skill to meet the given standard, the standard that we have achieved today. To reach that standard, you must dedicate your life for 7 years practicing this thing. And everybody will do that. It's difficult. You find you have more ranges because your ranges is like music literacy and so on. But the pan tuning thing is very difficult.
To become a tuner, you had to have ears that were unimaginably sharp. It's like the conductor who could listen to a symphony orchestra and point out, you the 3rd violin, your 4th string is out of tune. They had to have ears like that.
You had to have the experience to be able to do that. You have to be doing it for a very long time.
All year, the tuners live and labor in the shadows. For Panorama, they come out into the limelight.
When you see a name on that banner, Pan tuned by Clifford Alfred and so on, and the first time it was like unbelievable. It hardly a words to explain. To talk about you're hearing your voice, you're hearing your effort, you're hearing your sweat because you sweat a lot to make a pan, and you sing and you burn. And is a era in my life, experience that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Band number 4, Despers USA. The captain, Wayne Bumpy Innes. Manager, Swajo Dawson. Tuners, Clement Franklin and Roland Harrigan. There are 98 players in this band. Their tune of choice is one composed by Nyla Blackman and Aaron Soverall, sung by Nyla Blackman. It has been arranged for the band by Odai Franklin. Ladies and gentlemen, here to give us Iron Love. Please Please put your hands together and warmly welcome Despers USA, an arrangement by O.D. Franklin, Iron Love.
Welcome back. My name is Leah. I'm here with Kern Simon, the PRO of Despers USA. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
And if you remember, they placed where last year for Panorama 2018? Number one. So you got to tell me about your winning strategy for this year.
This year we're planning to keep it right here. Band number one.
I see you're wearing your fabulous T-shirt from last year, Year for Love. What will you be playing?
Iron Love. We're keeping the love.
You're keeping love because Panorama is what?
Love in the house.
I love it. I want to wish you all the best. And now we present, ladies and gents, Despers USA competing for?
Number one.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, giving us an Odie Franklin's arrangement of one sung by Nyla Blackman. Please put your hands together for band number 4, Despers USA, Iron Love. Four down, 4 more to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you back. Panorama 2019 is energy, is vibe, is pan, is clash of the titans here tonight behind Brooklyn Museum. And guess what? On my right, I have Mr. Arranger, Odie Franklin. How you feeling?
I'm alright so far. I'm alright.
You're alright. And Mr. Ennis, how are you, sir?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Please don't mind me.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yes, but guess what? You see, last year, 2018, these are the champion, which is Despers, and tonight they make a point, and everybody making a point. But exactly what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna find out what the energy like and how they feel that's coming off stage. How you feel coming off stage and you're utilizing that energy.
Tired. A long season, man.
A long season.
Boy. Tired.
So you hear what? He tired because it's a commitment to the pan, commitment to the steel pan, commitment to the energy. And you, sir, how you feel about the execution tonight?
The execution tonight was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah. We rehearsed this and we did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
So you feel comfortable and
yeah, I still feel as champions. I come to defend the crown and we're going to take it again tonight.
They come to defend the crown, they're taking it tonight. This is 2019 Panorama behind Brooklyn Museum. Is energy. We have a packed house in here tonight. And you guys stay tuned, get your popcorn, get whatever you get in your corn, soup, your pill or whatever, and stay tonight because it's a long night. We have 4 more bands to go, and guess what? We're in the building. Julius, we out for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready now for band number 5. Please put your hands together and warmly welcome Crossfire. The captain, J.B. Williams, manager, Martin Douglas. Their pans have been tuned by Andy Niels. In this band, there are 70 players. Their tune of choice is one composed and sung by Javon Jones and arranged for the band by Damini James. Ladies and gentlemen, here to play for us, Trouble in the Morning. Put your hands together and warmly welcome band number 5, Crossfire, Trouble in the Morning.
Good evening. We're back with Crossfire Steel Orchestra, and here I have Damani James. He is the arranger of Crossfire. How are you tonight?
I'm good, and you?
I am doing great. So tell me a little bit about your band.
Well, Crossfire has been gone. He's been out of the Panorama for the last 2 years. But I spoke with Martin Douglas earlier this year, and we agreed that the band had to come back out. We had to resurrect the band. So that's definitely the plan for 2019.
I love that plan, resurrecting the band, sharing the culture. Tell me a little bit about your strategy this year in terms of how are you going to resurrect the band and how are you going to win this competition?
Well, the big plan this year is organization. We're going to make sure the band is organized and ready for the competition long before we're ready to hit the stage. And that's how we plan on conquering the Panorama 2019.
And how many players do you have?
Right now we have about 40 that come to practice, but we're definitely pushing for a lot more. We're looking outside and we're trying to pull a lot more inside. So that's what we've been doing as far as players are concerned.
And what are you going to be playing?
Trouble in the Morning.
Ah, it's Trouble in the Morning. A lot of trouble around here.
Yeah, we plan on causing some trouble this year. That's the plan.
So I've been asking everyone, what does PAN mean to you?
Pan means unity. Pan means a love, and it means great music.
And if you could sum it up in one word?
I have to say Pan is life.
Pan is life. And now we present, ladies and gents, Trouble in the Morning by Crossfire Steel Orchestra.
Ladies and gentlemen, band number 5, giving us a Javon Jones arrangement. Composition, arranged by Damani James, Trouble in the Morning. Put your hands together for band number 5, Crossfire, Trouble in the Morning.
It is all about Panorama, 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 and we are live behind the Brooklyn Museum. And I am with the leaders of Crossfire, and they just leveled the place behind the Brooklyn Museum. I'm with the arranger, Mr. Damani.
Yes, I'm here.
Right? And also Mr. JB.
JB Williams, captain of the Crossfire.
JB Williams, right? Now let me ask you guys, how do you guys feel about your performance? Anyone, since you had the mic, you can speak first.
All right, now I feel pumped. This is my first year. And honestly, like, I feel like we just matched up that stage.
Yeah, what they said, they just matched up the stage, and I witnessed that as well, man.
We did. JB, how you feel?
Well, to be honest, I really thought that was a spirited performance. Everybody really came through.
Yes.
You know, we worked really hard. I'm not gonna lie. This season was a tough season.
Describe the process when we say work really hard. What it takes to prepare for a performance like that.
You know, you ask a lot from these players. You know, every season we ask a lot from these players, and for them to come through and really dedicate themselves and come out every night and push themselves, get the band set up, and get us, you know, prepared for this big stage. To do what they did tonight, yeah.
Now, I know you guys are going through a process, and it's almost like a resurrection for the band and so forth.
It was a resurrection,
right?
yeah.
So explain some of the things you have to overcome to get the band to this level.
You know, I really gotta thank Martin Douglas, Dougie, because without Dougie, that he's like a vein of this band.
That's right.
You know, he's the life and spirit of the band for me personally, because I've been with them since 2008. And I have to say that, you know, even though we went through a lot of tough times and a lot of ups and downs, you know, that's what really kept the core together, and a lot of support that we have from behind the scenes. Man, I tell you, these people really come through for us.
Now, Damani, you as the arranger, tell me, what is your motivation and inspiration? What makes you kind of unique as an arranger? What's your style?
I think what makes me unique is the fact that I play keyboard.
Okay.
I play piano in church every Sunday. So I take a little of that and I take a little soca.
Right.
And my favorite genre to listen to is a lot of funk.
A lot of funk? Okay.
So I take all of that and I mesh it together and I give you something that these other arrangers just don't have yet, you know?
Yeah, so that's what makes him unique. The church background, the funk, the instruments, the keyboard, professional musician, man. Damani's the man. We thank you guys so much. Like I said, we definitely enjoyed the performance, and we know good things to come for you guys in the future. And we look forward to y'all guys continually participating in Panorama and leveling behind the Brooklyn Museum. At this moment, though, I'd like to just thank Caribbean Airlines, right, which is our official sponsor tonight at Panorama. And we'd also like to thank Gilead Sciences, Con Edison, Bartonura, and Health First. And we also like to mention some of our community partners, such as SUNY Downstate Medical Center, Metro Plus Health Plan, Emblem Health, Metro Plus Health, Brooklyn Hospital, and also Island John Vodka, just to name a few. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on stage now we have band number 6. Please put your hands together and warmly welcome Harmony Music Makers. Their captain is Kelly Webb, their manager Michael Joseph. Their pans have been tuned by Ross Thomas. There are 70 players in this band, which has chosen a tune composed and sung by Javon Jones, arranged for the band by Ricky Jerome and Michael Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, here to give us their rendition of Trouble in the Morning. Please put your hands together and warmly welcome band number 6, Harmony Music Makers, Trouble in the Morning.
Can't stop dancing. It's your girl Leah from Wiyaka, and I'm here with Mike from Harmony Steel Orchestra. How are you today?
I am great, doing great and feeling great.
So tell me a little bit about Harmony.
Harmony started in Harmony started in 92 in New York. First we was in Maryland in 1981, and we come to New York and we've been to all the panoramas just to come and enjoy.
I see you're wearing Professor Fillmore's shirt. Can you tell me a little bit about his contribution towards your group?
This man is a great man, Ken Professor. He passed away, I think it was about a year and a half ago. He was one of the members of the Harmony Music Makers. The last band he arranged for in New York was Harmony.
And I see your group consists of primarily young people. Is that why you love what you do so much, because you're working with the youth?
Oh yes, a lot of them, because they graduate from Whitaker School and most of them join the band and they are doing very, very good. I am the teacher.
That's awesome, Mike. And tell me, in one word, what does Pan mean to you?
Pan is my life, my everything.
And now we present for 2019 Panorama, Harmony Steel Orchestra.
Ladies and gentlemen, giving us their rendition of Trouble in the Morning. This was band number 6. Show your love for Harmony Music Makers, Trouble in the Morning.
Now you just heard an excellent performance from the Harmony Music Makers. They just walked on the stage to a rounding stage of applause and so forth. How did that feel? First of all, allow me to introduce Mr. Ricky. How you doing, Ricky? Let the people them know. Raise the mic a little.
Oh yeah. Hi,
Let the people them know your position in the band.
Well, I arrange the song for the band. I'm the arranger.
Okay.
So this year, yes.
So how do you feel about the performance, man?
Good. I'm glad. I'm proud of those kids because for those who doesn't know, those kids, most of them started playing pan in April of this year. We had a class with Biodica, and those are the kids, some of the kids from the class that go play for the pan.
So a very young band.
Very young kids.
Very young band. I can see that. I can see that. So let me ask a question. If you had to describe your style now, as far as arranger, what makes you unique?
Well, I'm from the old school, so this you know, me and Bradley used to be good friends.
Mr. Clive Bradley, for those of you guys who may not be aware. Yes.
Yeah, I used to actually go to his house and do music lessons.
Absolutely.
So, I have that kind of Bradley, Robert kind of,
Okay, all right.
Played under them and, I know. So.
Absolutely. So let me ask a question. So, what is the future for your band? What do you want as far as expectations and hopes?
Well, hopefully, we can get looking for a sponsorship because, we need a lot of we need some new equipment, we need some new pans. If we could get some corporate sponsors and that could really, get some new instruments. New instruments is at the top of the list right now. Some new instruments.
Right. How large is your band?
Well, it's like 60, 65,
Okay, 65. That's a lot of people in the band.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now, why did you choose the song that you chose here, Trouble in the Morning?
Well, it was, initially we were going to do the Hooking Me song.
Right.
But then, Mike, the manager, said, Ricky, come listen to this song, What do you think about this Trouble in the Morning thing? And I say, I say, well, let's do the verse and chorus and see. So after doing the verse and chorus, it was a rap. That is Trouble in the Morning.
Absolutely, Trouble in the Morning. Well, they didn't just cause trouble in the morning, they caused trouble in the night as well. The Harmony Music Makers. Thank you so much, Ricky, for taking the time out to share with us, man. We appreciate you.
Blessed love.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on to our penultimate band this evening. Band number 7, please warmly welcome Adlib Steel Orchestra. Captain Franklin Mayer Sr., Manager Ralph Branch, Tuner Andy Niels. There are 80 players in this band. Their tune of choice, one composed by Nyla Blackman and Aaron Soverall, sung by Nyla Blackman, and arranged for the band by Mark Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, here to play for us, Iron Love, please. Let's warmly welcome once again, band number 7, Adlib, Iron Love.
It's Siobhan. I'm here repping for the West Indian American Day Carnival Association. We're celebrating 52 years of Carnival in New York City, and it wouldn't be Carnival without Steel Pan. We're at the Pan Yard right now. You can hear folks practicing in the back. We're at the Pan Yard of Adlib, and I'm here with the arranger, Mark Brooks. Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks.
So, Mark, you're arranging for Adlib. What's the song that you guys are arranging?
So this year's tune of choice is Iron Love by Not a Black Man.
Good choice. And you're looking forward to what place in Panorama?
I mean, you're always in it to win it, so number one or nothing. That's how I look at it.
I hear you. Panorama is the Saturday before Labor Day, August 31st. You need to be there. And now we present to you Adlib.
Ladies and gentlemen, band number 7, giving us Iron Love, arranged by Mark Brooks, 80 players. Show your love for Adlib. And we say a very, very warm welcome to a gentleman who created history in Panorama 2019 in Trinidad and Tobago. He won 3 categories. We say a warm welcome to champion arranger Duvon Stewart. Welcome, Duvon. I know that you're just enjoying the Panorama, but let me just say, on behalf of the West Indian American Day Carnival Association, congratulations to you on your achievement in Trinidad and Tobago's Panorama 2019. Duvon Stewart.
And we are back with the arranger of Adlib. I have here the man, Mr. Mark Brooks himself, and he's blushing a little for the camera. And I just think it's so cute, and yet you're so humble. But I have to say that you really do an amazing job.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, when you have that type of display in terms of the performance and the selection of the song, as an arranger, how hard was it for the steel band to learn the music tonight?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily that it was difficult to learn. It's more so to understand the elements that were incorporated. And so I try to use a lot of rhythm section phrasings. So from top to bottom, certain phrases that Iron may make, I try to use that within the front line to add in some more of an effect. Also try to create a hype towards the end with basses playing a certain bass line to sound like congas, and then playing some iron licks on top of it with the front line and stuff like that. And so at some point they learn the music, but then when you explain it now, they're like, oh,
Yes,
okay,
they
now
get
it
it.
makes sense. Now I understand why it's the way it is, you know?
What was the highlight tonight of the performance?
The highlight of the performance?
Yeah, what did you enjoy the most?
I mean, honestly speaking, any performance is all 10 minutes on stage. It's just from top to bottom. It's just the feel you get that you can express yourself through music, and everybody else can be with you on one accord, because that's the biggest thing about being part of a band.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've been around. You've been doing this for quite some time in Brooklyn, New York. Could you tell me, from your perspective, what are some of the challenges that you face in terms of being a band and putting together, in terms of putting together all the elements to bring an effective steel band competitor?
Well, one of the hardest things, I think, honestly speaking, is getting players to buy in to what the band is doing. And once they buy in, that then develops a sense of commitment to the band itself. And so once people are committed, it makes your life a lot easier. And so some points you have to rebuild and show people the way, like, this is what it's supposed to be, and give them a buy into what they're doing. And once that happens, it'll be a well-oiled machine.
And I see that you work with a lot of youths. There's a lot of young people.
Yes.
Yes.
I work, aside from this, I also work with youth and stuff like that. So I've been doing this for a while now, and some of the people on the stage are people that I've taught pan for like the first time years back, and now they got into the whole Panorama atmosphere and they're enjoying themselves on stage. So for me, that's a great feeling in the world. You know what I mean? You can't get better than that.
It's the greatest feeling in the world. It really shows. It really shows.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you guys did an awesome job, and I
Thank
wish
you.
you the best
Thank you
of
so
luck
much.
tonight.
Thank you.
And
I
thank you so
appreciate that.
much for the interview.
No problem.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Our final band this morning. There are 90 players in this band. The captain, Rondell Pompey, and he's also the manager. Pans tuned by Billy Sheed, Larry Harrigan, and Terrence Cameron. Ladies and gentlemen, they have chosen to do a song composed and sung by Nadia Batson. It has been arranged for the band by Johan Popwell. Our final band this morning, here to play for us, So Long. Please put your hands together and warmly welcome Philadelphia Pan Stars, So Long. Ladies and gentlemen, our final band giving us a Johann Popwell's arrangement of one composed and sung by Nadia Batson. For their rendition of So Long, please put your hands together and show your love for our final band, Philadelphia Pan Stars. So Long. So we have had 8 bands. We had Kasim, Gal Owner, The Rados, Hookin' Me, Pan Evolution, Party Start, Despas USA, Iron Love, Crossfire, Trouble in the Morning, Harmony Music Makers, Trouble in the Morning, Adlib, Iron Love, and the Philadelphia Pan Stars, So Long. Those are our 8 bands who performed for our judges, who are Dr. Judith Defoe Howard, Wade Robinson, Jeffrey Smith, Kenneth Joseph, Franklin Grant, our reserve judge, Brian Walker, our tally and timekeeper, Lynette Duncan, and the judges coordinator, Arlene English. So we want to thank our judges. Of course, we thank our stage crew, our production crew, DJ One Plus. To our police officers, special thanks, especially those who came up and were helping to push the pans, pull the pans, and set up the bands. Thank you very much. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we will have some music from the DJ while we await the results. Remember, the winning band must appear at Dimanche Gras tomorrow. The winning band, you must be in the museum by or no later than 6:30 p.m. Well, I have to say later today because it's already morning. So our winning band, we shall know in a short while, will be at Dimanche Gras a little later on today. So now we'll have some music from the DJ whilst we await our results.
And we are back with the band straight out of Philly to New York. You guys performed awesome tonight. I have Mr. Johann Pompwell and Mr. Rondell Pompley to my right. How are you guys? How are you doing tonight?
Feeling real good. The band performed at their best, and I'm exhausted now.
I can see why you're exhausted. I'd like you to share a little bit about your band.
Well, funny enough, that question should go to Mr. Rondell Pompley first.
All right, let's go to you. Tell me a little bit about Philadelphia Pan Stars.
Well, Philadelphia Pan Stars is a loving band. We got players from all over the world performing with us. Past Japan, come to play here tonight. Wow. And, you know, throughout America, every state, you could say have a member in our band. And I really appreciate all these people coming from so far. It's very costly for us to come down here, but because of the culture, I try to keep pushing it. You know, I love it because that's my born and growing, you know, so I'm trying hard to really keep it.
And how does it feel to be a part of Brooklyn's Carnival?
Well, Brooklyn is my playground because since 1994, I've been bringing band from Trinidad to Brooklyn just for Juve. You know, I had a band in Trinidad called Spree Simon Hammernicks. I was the captain and manager also. So, you know, I'm living in the States now, so I just take it to a different level.
Yeah, I can see you do it for the love of the culture. Well, I want to wish you guys the best of luck tonight. Thank you so much for traveling from Philly to New York. We really thank you for coming to be a part of our Panorama 2019 competition. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, there were 8 bands. In position number 8 with a score of 388. Thank you. In position number 8 with a score of 388, we have Harmony. They gave us Trouble in the Morning. Placing 7th, their score 425. Crossfire, Trouble in the Morning. 6th, with the score of 4-8. 4-8. Sixth, Philadelphia Pan Stars. Well, you know what I love is a good thing. All of you all saw that I just got the folder. So I'm just reading what is here, okay? So sixth, Philadelphia Pan Stars 4-8. Fifth, 4-1. Fifth, 4-1. Kasim Galona. Fourth, 4-3. Fourth, 4-3. Despers USA, Iron Love. Third, 4-4. All right? Third, 4-4. Pan Evolution, Party Start. You all saying no to everything? Okay, there are two bands left. The band which placed second scored 4-5-8, and the winner 1.459. Remember, the winning band must appear at Dimanche Gras later. You must be here no later than 6:30. Placing second with a score of 4-5-8, and the winner 4-5-9. Placing second, 4-5-8. Ad-lib, Iron Love. And our Panorama champions 2019 4-5-9, the Rados hooking me. This is the president of Riadka, and she will just say a few words.
Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. The Rados. Let me just congratulate you on winning and coming first. And I understood this is not the first time that you have won. You are powerful. Keep up the good work. And congratulations again.
We did it. We did it again. We back. We did this for Erica, yo. This for Erica. This for Erica. This for Erica. This for Erica. This for E, yo. Rados.
Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
I had an awesome time, Zaya. I mean, it was so hard to pick a winning band. I just want to congratulate all the steel bands in the community. They did an excellent job.
From Harmony to Despers, all you guys did an amazing job here tonight. It was phenomenal. It was tempo, it was pace, it was energy all night at the Brooklyn Museum.
Yes, sir.
Right? And I really don't know how you're going to choose a winner, man.
I don't know, but again, I mean, we just have to thank all of our sponsors, all of our supporters, the judges, the steel band community, because, I mean, Pan is just love. It's excitement.
Absolutely. The love, the energy is there. If we just want to thank some of the sponsors, right? We'd like to thank Caribbean Airlines as well for sponsoring this evening's event, alongside Con Edison, Bartonura, Health First, and Gilead Sciences, right? Maybe just briefly want to mention some of our community partners like SUNY Downstate Medical Center, Metro Plus Health Plan, Emblem Health, Metro Plus Health, Brooklyn Hospital, TWU, Moet Hennessy, Island John Vodka, CSK Mart, and Caribbean American Pride, just to name a few of our sponsors here tonight. I mean, this was an awesome time. It was an awesome show. And you know what? We have another show tomorrow.
I was just about to ask you what's going on for Sunday, Zaya.
After we did so much as far as the energy last night, from Brass Fest to Kitty's Carnival earlier today, and then Panorama, and then tomorrow it is all about the Mass Grass Show. And the Mass Grass Show. The Mass Grass Show. And you said it's an all-white affair. So come out in your white at night and get it right. You understand? Now tomorrow we have the Queen, Calypso Rose will be here in the building performing all her songs live. And we also have a little jab twist to it. What do you mean by jab twist? All the way from Grenada, we have Lava Man and Talpree.
I can't wait to see Talpree perform. I am so
excited. Level this
excited.
place tomorrow, man. I'm so anticipated to be here tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be the energy. The passion is going to continue. And then after the Miles Grass show, you know what we're doing? On the Parkway for Monday.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see all the
52 years
bands.
of Carnival in New York. For everyone who watched this on the live and everyone who came here tonight, we just want to thank you for watching this. And also I have to mention that WIADCA, the West Indian Day Carnival Association, is a non-profit entity. So if you would like to make a donation and support Steel Pan and support the culture and support the art, then please go to WIADCAcarnival.org and make a donation. This is not just a carnival thing. WIADCA operates 365 days throughout the year, as far as teaching kids how to play pan, as far as mocha jummy, as far as making masks, as far as doing the wire bending. It's so much thing that goes in to making this a successful event. So we thank all you guys and we encourage you to support your culture and make a donation to support your people.
Support the culture. Love. Have an awesome night.